need of commutation of SCR. When SCR is operated on AC supply, that means the anode is positive with respect to cathode, SCR will get turned on by applying gate triggering pulse. Now during this positive half cycle, SCR remains in on state. But at the end of this positive half cycle, the input voltage goes zero, which turn off the thyristors. So now the SCR will again turn on by applying gate pulse to the thyristor during another positive half cycle. Now similarly, this thyristor is operated on DC supply. It will turn on by applying gate pulse to the thyristors. So now if we remove this gate pulse, SCR still remains in on state. So now in order to turn off the SCR, the current passing through these anode circuits reduce to its holding currents. So now the process of turn off a SCR is known as a commutation, or the commutation is the process by which we can turn off the thyristor. Characteristics of SCR. It is most important characteristics of the SCR. Now the SCR is operated on DC supply. A forward bias SCR can be turned on by applying gate triggering pulse. Since SCR remains in on state condition, even gate signal is zero. That means there is no control of gate. So if turn off the thyristor, the value of anode current reduces below its holding current by using any methods. If forward voltage is applied at the moment the anode currents becomes zero, the SCR will not able to block the forward voltage. So in order to avoid this such condition, it is necessary to apply reverse voltage across the thyristor after the anode currents reached to zero. So the turn off time of SCR is defined as the minimum time between at the instant anode current has reached to zero and at the instant SCR is capable to block the forward voltage. So T of time, it is a summation of reverse recovery time plus gate recovery time. Now let me see the characteristics. At the instant T1 or time T1, anode currents becomes zero. So after time T2, reverse currents build up due to the charge carrier stored in the four layer of SCR. So at the time of T2, reverse voltage develop across the junctions which reduce the reverse recovery current. At instant T3 or time T3, junction J1 and J3 are capable to block the reverse voltage, but still the thyristor is not capable to block the forward voltage because junction J2 has trapped charge carrier. So during time period T3 to T4, the charge carriers are recombined. So the recombination is completed at time T4 and SCR will able to block the forward voltage. So here the time period between T1 to T3 is called as a reverse recovery time. The time period between T3 to T4 is called as a gate recovery time, and the time period between T1 to T4 is called turn off time of the SCR. So now next, the total turn off time TQ is the summation of T off plus time required for recombination of charge carrier in internal layer. Now the total turn-off time TQ, it is also known as a circuit turn-off time, and the circuit turn-off time is greater than turn-off time of SCR, otherwise SCR will turn on at undesired time. It is a failure of commutation. Commutation of SCR. So commutation is a process to transfer current from one part to another part. Now similarly, commutation of SCR means to transfer current from one SCR to another SCR. The turn-off process is also called commutation of the SCR. Now the commutation method for the SCRs are mainly classified in two types. First, natural commutation. Second, forced commutation. In natural commutation, any external circuit or device is not used to turn off the thyristor, but it's turn off. But it require AC supply as a input. Now during the positive half cycle, the SCR is turned on by applying the gate pulse and anode current passing through this SCR. But at the end of this positive half cycle, the current anode currents goes through natural to zero and turn off the thyristor. So that's why this method, natural commutation, is also called as a source commutation or line commutation or F-type commutation. Next, forced commutation. In forced commutation, there is no naturally currents to zero to turn off the thyristor. But to turn off the thyristor, the forward anode current must be forced to zero by using with the help of additional and external circuit or devices. So now that's why it is called forced commutation or artificial commutation. Now this type of commutation is widely used in chopper circuit and inverter circuit. Next, condition for the commutation. So the forward current of the SCR must be less than its holding current. That is the first condition, must be satisfied. Second, the reverse voltage applied across the SCR up to same or more than the turn-off time of the SCR. Second, the rate of rise of voltage must be less than critical rate. Otherwise, SCR will turn on again. So third, the inductive loads used in the SCR, so it stores some energy. So to release the stored energy in the inductor, it is dissipated in this circuit. So it may turn on the SCR. Now to prevent the fault triggering of the SCR, one freewheeling diode is connected in parallel with the inductor.